All right, good morning. Good morning. It is 2:42 a.m. Monday and Friday. Got to be the best day to get up early, to get after it. But I'll put an asterisk in there somewhere. It depends on what phase of life you're in. If you're still in the worry, apprehension, fear stage, then waking up this early in the morning is going to have you left wondering, are you losing your damn mind? If you're past that stage and you're at the stage of life, and these are legitimate stages because I've passed through them all to the point where I wake up now fearless and fully in faith that I have a plan, and the plan is to create a legacy, and I have it mapped out. But Monday is unpredictable. Tuesday through Sunday is going to be unpredictable. Why? Because things happen. But I am very purposeful and very intentional with regards to how I want it to play out. So I know that as long as there is intention, the intention will pretty much dictate the outcome, and that's where the faith comes in. But waking up this early in the morning, depending on what stage of life you're in, is going to have you thinking a couple different things. Yesterday I was in church, today being Monday, yesterday was Sunday. I was in church, and it was crazy. During praise and worship, I began to get some revelations about worry and fear, and I picked up my cell phone because I felt that whatever was speaking to me was more important that I got it out and released it than to keep going through praise and worship where my mind was clearly jetting off into other atmospheres in different times. And what I wrote about fear and what I wrote about any type of anxiety, simply put, was that whatever's gonna happen is already preordained, predestined to happen. Now, I haven't lived this great, big, long, extensive, earth-shattering, mind-blowing, faith extravaganza type of life. The majority of my life was in and out of a prison or a jail. The other part of my life was spent getting high on weed. Then the other part was spent chasing girls and women. And then after that, it was just money. Martin Luther King died at the age of 39. Jesus Christ died at the age of 33. He wasn't baptized in the Jordan River until 29. What I'm saying is you don't need years. You just need some real solid revelation about where you want to be at in life, because ultimately where you see yourself at is where you're going to end up at. You don't see nothing good, you ain't going to get nothing good. And I feel a little bit more rejuvenated today because yesterday being Father's Day, I got to spend some time with some of my kids. And I say that not like I got a whole house full of them, but one of them is a teenager, and he feels, how does he feel? Well, he feels like he has it he understands everything. So we'll leave it at that. But at the end of the day, I started writing down this revelation and this thought, and it gave me peace. See, I'm in real estate, and in real estate, you're working with people through a transaction that they don't typically go through on a regular basis. There's a lot of fear, there's anxiety, especially if you're selling a house, moving into a house. There's an unknown factor there, and if you have very little faith in what the outcome should be, meaning if you have very little faith that you should make a lot of money on the sale of your house, the whole time you're thinking you're not even worthy to get top dollar for your home. Nobody would pay you top dollar for your home. Your home is not worthy of getting top dollar. Why? Because that's how you see yourself. When you see yourself less than the best, then you speculate and you doubt whether or not you're going to be able to ever touch that kind of money. It's just natural. You don't think much about yourself, therefore you don't feel like the outcome is going to be in your favor. So I deal with people who don't go through the process a lot, and they have all these different feelings. And now here comes me, and I have to say, hey, listen, not only did we follow all the facts saying that your home is at the top of the market, is doing really good, that will get you sold, but I also got to say to them, you got to believe that you're worthy to do this because you made the right decision by buying. So therefore you need to go ahead and make sure that you believe that at the end of the day, you're worthy of it. I'm a firm believer. Most women stay in abusive relationships because they don't see much in their own self-worth. Their opinion of their value is low. And I'm talking about even in relationships when in the initial part, everything was really good and the abuser slowly injects the abuse into the situation. They still can't see their value, even though it feels like it was a slow transition and they kind of suckered them into it with all the sweet talk, and then it turned to the belittling, and then it turned into the hitting, and then it turned into the abuse, and then it was full out blown. By the time the woman turned around and looked, she's saying that she was with a complete maniac. But the fact of the matter is, we have to take responsibility. So had we had known and had more value placed on ourselves, then we never would have been in that position to begin with. So when you have all these motions and all these feelings going around and you haven't put them in proper perspective, and I'll just give you one perspective on how to put your emotions and your feelings in the proper perspective. Simply put, believe that you're worthy. Just believe that you're worthy. Believe that you were put here for a greater purpose. One thing that I've tested out in my short little time in faith, because I think I've always known God, I don't think I've always been in faith, which is a night and day process of life, which comes with a lot of going through some things and reflecting on some things and asking God, how did that bullet whiz around me instead of hit me in dead center mass? How did I make it out of prison after 10 years in there, and some other people done did 2 or 3 years in there, and they keep treating it like it's a revolving damn door at a luxury hotel? How come you let me be born to a mother or father that in their own way, shape, and form is still struggling with life and faith? And you decided to take me away and put me in a desert to dwell in my thoughts, to have a closer relationship with you. How did you keep separating me from the crowd? How did you keep separating me from the masses so that you can have a conversation with me about what you expected out of me and what you needed me to perform? So what I've learned in my short time, in my little short faith, because I think everything is short. Time in itself is short. Life in itself is short. What I've learned in my short little time is that faith is real, because there's so many things that could have took me under that I'm still here on the face of this earth, floating around, celebrating Father's Days and birthdays and anniversaries and getting married and buying real estate and going through these ventures and becoming a part of this real estate brokerage and having talks with my sons and conversing with my wife, and I'm doing all these different things when in reality the bullet should have hit me center mass. The prison sentence should have kept me inside of that prison. It should have kept me there. It should have kept me revolving. Right? So why would I worry? Why would I fear? You know why you worry? You know why you fear? Because you're selfish. The part of you that needs to talk to the other part of you and needs to reflect that you survived. That you survived. That you're still here. Right? We can end it right there. You survived, you're still here. Stop trying to take everybody with you. That's another real reason why most people are staying behind. You trying to take everybody else with you. Don't everybody want to be faith. I know this. People will tell me, even though it may be the truth, tell me take my faith and shove it up my ass. Take your faith, shove it up your ass. I don't want to hear it. I want to be mad. I want to be angry. I want to be in this emotion. I want to feel like nothing's going to work out. I want to be a victim. I'm also grown enough in my faith to know goodbye. Keep doing it. Rock and roll. Have fun. Let me know how that works out. Because I'm not saving nobody. I'm not here to pick you up and save you. But I'll share a word with you. And if you take that word and you plant that seed in the ground, I guarantee it'll grow up in the faith. But if you don't want to, hey, not a problem. Not a problem. So as I'm writing this message, and it's simply saying is why worry about things that have already been resolved or fixed or went ahead of you to be done? It doesn't make sense. Versus simply reflecting back on everything that you done been through. Everything that you done endured through. And coming to the very simple conclusion that you got all the answers that you need. There is no problem too big. There is no problem you can't solve. All you got to do is stop trying to bring people with you because they're holding you back. And all you got to do is reflect back on where you done been at and thank God that you're still alive because that bullet didn't hit you center mass. Because them bullets should have hit me. They should have put me in the ground a long time ago.